My honest opinion on A24's Heretic, starring Hugh Grant, Sophie Thatcher, and Chloe East. Written and directed by the Hollywood duo Scott Beck and Bryan Woods. Heretic follows two young women who are Mormon missionaries for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. They're just trying to spread the word of their church to anyone who wants to listen. All I know is if they would have came to my door back in the day, my dad probably would have slammed the door in their face real quick. They don't want no Jehovah's Witnesses around here. But things come to a head when they go to the last person on their list, Mr. Reed. He comes off as a very open-minded person, and he invites them into his home with them saying, no, we can't do that because of a couple of reasons. One, being against their religion to be in a room with a man without a woman present. And two, it's just for their safety. Like, they're not going to go into a stranger's house without another woman there. That's just straight up safety protocol. He tells them, hey, my wife is in the other room. She's baking pie. Come in, have a good time. Take a load off. It's raining. It's about to be snowing. Come on in. And they do. And shenanigans happen. One thing I love about this film, and I absolutely love about this film, is it doesn't feel preachy. It doesn't come off as you should be something or you should be this. It comes off as points. They give you reasons to believe, reasons not to believe. It basically tells you to be open-minded in your choices, to believe or not to believe. It's written in a way that just feels organic. Everything happens for a reason. The film flows perfectly. The cinematography was just mind-blowing how good it was, from transitions to how they use shadows. Your perspective of seeing certain things could be one thing when it's actually something else. It plays a lot of tricks on you, and I gotta say, it just kept me engaged the entire time. The entire film. Didn't look at my phone once because I was so enthralled into this conversation. Not only because I'm interested in learning new things about religion, learning how other people view things, but just because of the dialogue was so captivating that it kept me engaged the entire time. I love that. That was amazing to me. When it comes to the thrills, the suspense was there. It kept me guessing. It kept me on the edge of my seat. I did not know what was going to happen, and it caught me off guard a couple of times. And I pride myself. I pride myself on being that person that knows what was going to happen, can call out certain plot points, even calling out the ending of certain films. Like, I'm like, yep, call that. I knew that was going to happen. This one, no clue. No clue. One moment completely had my jaw on the floor because I was like, I did not see that coming at all. So kudos to the writers for writing a brilliant, suspenseful, mysterious thriller that would just put you in a spin cycle and have you thinking, you know what? Points were made. A lot of that was valid. A lot of that was valid. Both sides, points were made. So I can't even be like, yeah, that's right, or yeah, that's right. I can if I'm biased, but if I'm just looking at it down the aisle, not black and white, everybody has a point. Everybody has a reason. That's kind of how I feel when it comes to religion in the first place. I'm a very spiritual person. That's how I am. I just feel like I can't be set to one domination, and I do believe there's a higher power, but I can't set myself to one thing. But if you are a Christian, if you are a Mormon, whatever helps you get out of bed in the morning to face the craziness of this world, more power to you. Kudos to you. Keep doing it because it is making the world a safe place. Can you imagine everybody just don't believe in consequences and just go around going buck wild, doing whatever they want to do? Or they believe in the Old Testament and want to just start throwing stones at people because they did one thing wrong. It'd be crazy. It would be wild. So shout out to everybody that knows their P's and Q's for the most part. I talked about the cinematography. I talked about the writing. Hugh Grant and Sophie Thatcher, both of them playing off each other, they stole the show. Both of them gave amazing performances. More so Hugh Grant. He just oozes charisma and charm, but at the same time, he was menacing. He was frightening. He never once got to cartoonish level, mustache twirling evil. He was always on point, sadistic level of evil. He was somebody who thirsted for knowledge. He thirsted for understanding. He did anything and everything to prove his point or prove his theory. And that is dangerous. That is dangerous for somebody that I relate with this film, is how religions are viewed. In a religious household at certain ages, we start to question things. It's not really a rebellious streak. Become self-aware. Not only do we become self-aware, but we become knowledgeable of our surroundings, and we start to question things, and we start to ask, why do we do this? Why do we go to church Sunday, on Wednesday, on Thursday, early Saturday morning? Why do we do all these things? At a certain age, you start to kind of pull away from it. You see other things happening, and sometimes you might be afraid that consequences happen if you do things outside the church. I love that this was questioned, that this was challenged, and then not only was it challenged, it was rebutted. Like, they brought up points of why people practice the religion that they practice and how it's viewed in the world. And it's great. It's not black and white. It's not this is right, this is wrong. Love that about it. I highly recommend Heretic. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. The very end of the film felt a little rushed for me. I wish it would have kept going on maybe another 5 or 10 minutes, just because I was enjoying the story so much. This is one of the things where it was just too good. I wish it was more. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I hope you go out and check it out. Even if you're a believer, if you're a non-believer, go check it out. I feel like this is a great film to talk about. Well, when a lot of people shy away from talking about religions, I feel like this is a great film to check out. Now, I don't know anything outside of, how it was made, who was bashing it, whatever the case may be. I'm speaking on my experience. This is my honest opinion on this film, the film only. So have you seen Heretic, or are you planning on seeing Heretic? Let's talk about it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.